What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my WWE NXT review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And let's get started. Now NXT was okay. It was just okay show, and I give it a C plus. That's all I gotta say. It says welcome to the fight for .com live discussion and coverage for the 3/21/2023 edition of NXT on the USA Network. We will bring full results and breakdowns for every match and every segment on the show. So here's what is set for the show. So we get the preview. So I'm just gonna go over the match card. Okay, so we get Elijah Dragunov versus JG Maddox, the NXT Women's Champion qualifying match, Indy Hartwell versus Tiffany Stratton, NXT Women's Champion qualifying match, Laura Valkyria versus LB9, and Chase U meets Skins in a great debate. And that's all I gotta say. It says live coverage. Vic Joseph and Booker T welcome the audience to the broadcast before transitioning to the open segments. The show opened by recapping the feud between Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano ahead of their match on the 4/1/23 edition of the NXT Stand and Deliver. The hosts of the NXT Stand and Deliver Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson, came to the ring to cut a promo. The two ran down on NXT Tag Team Champions Gallus Wolfgang and Mark Coffey before roasting the outfits of Carmela Hayes and NXT Champion Bron Breakker from last week. Trick Williams and Carmela Hayes interrupted them before Carmela Hayes said he was so dripped out he left puddles around the ring. Trick Williams said that they did not need Pretty Deadly to bring back Juju to Carmelo Hayes ahead of his match before Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams challenged them to a tag match. Pretty Deadly accept the challenge, but Trick Williams accepts the match between Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes against Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly attacked Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams before Bron Breakker came to the ring and made the save. Okay, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams argue backstage with Carmelo Hayes saying he was not interested in the can they coexist nonsense, but Trick Williams talked to him into it as Carmelo Hayes studied Bron Breakker during their tag match. Okay, so we get the NXT Women's Championship qualifying match. So we get Indy Hartwell versus Tiffany Stratton. Okay, I'm gonna say this match was pretty good. Indy Hartwell and Tiffany Stratton lock up before Indy Hartwell slam Tiffany Stratton into the corner with an Irish whip. But Tiffany Stratton responded with a lariat for a near fall. Indy Hartwell hit two short arm lariats, but Tiffany Stratton responded with a snap suplex for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton slammed Indy Hartwell to the corner with an Irish whip before slamming her again and hitting a double backflip senton before going for a back elbow. But Indy Hartwell reverses it with a schoolboy for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton slid to the outside as Indy Hartwell tried to chase her down. But Tiffany Stratton saw this and slammed Indy Hartwell onto the apron before turning the crowd ahead of the commercial break. Back from the break, Indy Hartwell was in Tiffany Stratton's headlock, but Indy Hartwell broke the hold with a chain breaker. Tiffany Stratton slams Indy Hartwell into the middle rope and hit a Tony Storm like hip attack on Indy Hartwell for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton slammed. I'm sorry. Tiffany Stratton slammed Indy Hartwell's head into the on the top turnbuckle before hitting a double stomp on Indy Hartwell's chest for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton leaped over Eddie Harwell and did a backflip, but Eddie Harwell caught her and hit a back suplex on Tiffany Stratton. The two exchanged strikes before Eddie Harwell hit a jab and a running boot kick on Tiffany Stratton's head for a near fall. Andy Harwood went for another boot, but Tiffany Stratton evaded and hit a snap power slam on Andy Harwood for a near fall. Tiffany Stratton went for a springboard senton atomic, but Andy Harwood evaded and hit a spine bust on Tiffany Stratton for a near fall. Andy Harwood climbed to the middle rope, but Tiffany Stratton slammed Andy Harwood onto the turnbuckle before hitting the Green Bay plunge into the BME press for the pinfall win. The winner of the match, Tiffany Stratton. This was a pretty good match. And Big Daddy Bar NXT and Big Daddy Bar NXT Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, were drinking before the Creed brothers, Julius Creed and Brutus Creed, interrupt them in the bar. The two teams played pool, which Gallus won. The two teams then played darts, which the Creed brothers won, and 2/3 falls. The Creed brothers to a tiebreaker for NXT Stand and Deliver for the NXT Tag titles. The two teams left before Tony D'Angelo and Channing Staggs Lorenzo confronted them to talk about Stand and Deliver. Okay, there was a video vintage of Laura Valkyria training ahead of her match against the NXT Women's title qualifying match against Avinon later in the night. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Gigi Dillon backstage. Gigi Dillon said that she felt sorry for Roxanne Perez's injury, but was not sorry for Jesse James' injury. Tiffany Stratton interrupted before saying that she had an MP Henning that she will win the ladder match by climbing to the tippy top. The NXT North American champion Wesley was in the ring to cut a promo addressing his challengers for NXT Stand and Deliver. Wesley admitted that he went for the open challenge because he did not want to be a hypocrite and prove himself while giving people the chance he had for the title. Wesley was immediately interrupted by former Ring of Honor TV champion, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, a former AAA, AAA, and Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, Dragon Lee, before he said that he was here to face the best. Dragon Lee said that he loves the chaos of NXT and said that he wanted to be part of the open challenge, which Wesley granted. JD Madon and immediately interrupted the Wesley's before saying Wesley was lucky because if he had the title, he would not be standing at all. Leja Dragunov interrupted and immediately set up for his match against JG Madon after the commercial break. There a backstage video of Eddie Harwell throwing a rant backstage before Zoe Starks confronted her and talked trash. Backstage, NXT Tag Team Champions Kiana James and Fallon Henley argue backstage before Henley asked Kiana James about Sebastian, which bamboos Kiana James. Fallon Henley told Kiana James that she will tell Brooks Jensen on everything about her. Okay, so we get Lee Jai Dragunov versus JG Madon. This match was fantastic. Lee Dragunov and JD Madon began the match immediately, exchanging forearm strikes. Before Dragunov hit a leaping toe kick and a forearm strike, both back of JD Madon's neck. Lee Dragunov went for a cover corner knee drip on JD Madon, but JD Madon evade and tripped JD Madon before hitting a tornado senton on Dragunov. JD Madon, it said JD Madon laid his knee on Dragunov in the corner before hitting a shorthand lariat on Dragunov for a near fall. JD Madon hit a snap suplex on Dragunov for a near fall. JD Madon got Dragunov arms and got a wrist lock, but Dragunov reverses it and hit a spinning chop. But JD Madon responds with a headbutt on Dragunov as Dragon Lee watches on at ringside. The two Europeans exchange vicious slaps before Dragunov hit a vicious snap German suplex on JD Madon. Dragunov hit a second suplex before hitting consistent special area on JJ Madal for a near fall. Dragunov hit a running corner knee strike on JJ Madal before hitting a diving knee drop on JJ Madal. Dragunov climbed to the top rope, but JJ Madal caught him before going for a suplex. But Dragunov slammed JJ Madal to the mat. But JD Madal slammed Dragunov onto the mat before slamming Dragunov from the hair on the apron, landing right on his neck. Oh, that was a brutal spot. During the picture break, JD Madal got a near fall on Dragunov before catching him with about Dragunov hit two knife chops on JD Madal, but JD Madal responded with a headbutt and a DDT on Dragunov for a near fall. JD Madal whipped Dragunov into the corner with an Irish whip before locking in a guillotine choke on Dragunov. Dragunov tries to reverse it with the wrist lock, but JD Madon caught him with a knee lift to the abdomen before slamming him onto the mat again for a near fall. JD Madon locked in a standing Juji got to me on Dragunov. JD Madon continued to hold on to the rope before Dragunov reverses with a lean back version of the Brock lock on JD Madon before JD Madon got a rope break. JD Madon hits a vicious PK on Dragunov's back before hitting a headbutt on Dragunov. Dragunov went for the Gamma jury, but JD Madal invades before hitting a toe kick on Dragunov's head. JD Madal hit three headbutts on Dragunov but Dragunov responded with a Gamma before hitting the Anvil elbow strike into the corner chop. Dragunov hit another chop on JD Madal before going for a third, but JD Madal evades before Dragunov hit the machine gun chop on JD Madal. Dragunov got JD Madal before from the waist and hit a modified spinebuster on JD Madal for a near fall. JD Madal slams Dragunov's neck into the top rope before hitting a Lager bomb for a near fall. JD Madal hit two German suplexes on Dragunov, but Dragunov got back on his feet. JD Madal hit a third, but Dragunov got back up and hit a wicked roundhouse kick on JD Madal. Dragunov went for the torpedo Moscow, but JD Madal caught him and went for the twister, but Dragunov evaded and hit a falling forearm strike on JD Madal. The two brawl on the outside before JD Madal and Dragunov fell over Dragon Lee, which caused Dragon Lee to attack the two before the double disqualification. Wesley got involved. Wesley got involved in the brawl, ended the match with no contest. So the results were no contest. But that was a good match right there. Carmela Hayes and NXT champion Bron Breakker talk strategy ahead of their tag team match against Pretty Deadly later in the night. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed NXT North American champion Wesley, who announced Elijah Dragunov and JD Madal were the only positions. Axiom tried to get the last spot, but Wesley instead revealed that the final spot for the N/A title match would be decided on a battle royal next week. Jairo Bernardo come to the ring to Johnny Gargano's music before running down on Gargano for taking his spot in the NXT Stand and Deliver. Brunel continued to talk trash before the actual Johnny Gargano came to the ring. Johnny Gargano became Johnny Hands as he tossed Brunel across the ring before tossing him over the barricade. Johnny Gargano then called out Grayson Waller before showing a contract for a match he was very familiar with. Johnny Gargano challenged Grayson Waller to an unsanctioned match. Grayson Waller appeared on the Tigertron before doubting Johnny Gargano's decision to make an unsanctioned match before telling Johnny Gargano to give the contract to Vic Joseph so that he can sign the contract. Johnny Gargano agreed to it and gave the contract to Vic Joseph before hitting a thirst kick on Brunel. There was a video vintage of Eddie Thor, formerly known as Carl Fredericks, ahead of his NXT debut. RB9 was interviewed backstage by Mackenzie Mitchell, saying that Tatum Paxley betrayals last week would not stop her from being the NXT Women's title ladder match on Stand and Deliver. There was a vintage of Hank Walker detailing Walker's run in NXT, including his training with Drew Gulak before Drew Gulak left him for Charlie Dempsey. Walker said that he would continue to evolve just to prove Drew Gulak wrong. Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey laughed at Walker vintage backstage, saying Walker will be nothing more than another nice guy. Okay, so we get the NXT Women's Championship qualifying match. Laura Valkyria versus RB9. This was a decent match. Valkyria and Nia begins the match locking up before Valkyria got Nia in a victory roll for a near fall. Nia caught Valkyria in a guillotine before transitions into a lateral press for a near fall. The two exchange takedowns before Laura Valkyria. The two exchange takedowns before Laura Valkyria went for a front ankle lock, but reverses it with a Juji God Tame. The two exchange vicious chest kicks before laying each other out with stereo roundhouse kicks. Now he had a twisting power slam on Laura Valkyria for a near fall before going for a lariat, but Laura Valkyria evaded and hit a gown laundry. Laura Valkyria hit a series of kicks before going for a Northern Lights suplex, but now blocks it and hits a snap suplex into a thirst kick to the corner on Laura Valkyria. Now I got Laura Valkyria in a Dragon Sleeper, but Laura Valkyria invades and reverses it with a German suplex before hitting a leg lariat on 9 for the pinfall win. The winner of the match, Laura Valkyria. This was a decent match. Excuse me. Tatum Paxley walked around backstage, but was immediately attacked by Elsa Dawn and Albert Frey. Kiana James came to make the save before falling Henley before the commercial break. North American champion Wesley was confronted by Jinder Mahal. Dabba Kato backstage ahead of the Battle Royal. for the last spot on the match. Blake Howard hosted the great debate between the Skins and Chase University. The two argue about inclusively safety before Tolerate of all people joined the debate. For Chase University, Tolerate and Chase University challenged the Skins to a mixed 8-man tag, but Joe Gacy rejected the challenge before storming out. But Duke Hudson said that the winner gets control of Chase University, which the Skins accept. Channing Stacks, Lorenzo, Tony D'Angelo, Bruce Creed, Julius Creed, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang were hung over after their interaction in the bar before announcing a triple threat match for the NXT tag titles. Okay, so we get the main event of the evening. NXT champion Bron Breakker and Carmela Hayes, accompanied by Trick Williams versus Pretty Deadly Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Now, this was a fun match. This was a fun tag team match. Kit Wilson immediately hit a lyric on Carmelo Hayes to begin the match. Kit Wilson ran the ropes, but Carmelo Hayes evades before hitting a drop kick and an arm drag on Kit Wilson. Elton Prince and Kit Wilson double team Carmelo Hayes in the corner with Elton Prince hitting a diving uppercut before hitting a standing uppercut on Carmelo Hayes. Kit Wilson and Elton Prince tried to slam Carmelo Hayes into the turnbuckle, but Bron Breakker stopped them because he did not want for his money to be ruined. Kit Wilson got back in the ring with Carmelo Hayes, but Carmelo Hayes responds with a PK kick. Kit Wilson hit a flapjack before he and Kit Wilson he and Kit Wilson what was I before hitting that standing overcome Carmelo Hayes. Kit Wilson and Elton Prince tried to slam Carmelo Hayes into the turnbuckle, but Bron Breakker stopped them because he did not want for his money to be ruined. Kit Wilson got back in the ring with Carmelo Hayes, but Carmelo Hayes responded with a PK kick. Kit Wilson hit a flapjack before he and Kit Wilson tried to attack Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes, but Bron Breakker yeeted Carmelo Hayes to Elton Prince before Bron Breakker hit a Frankenstein on Kit Wilson. During the picture-in-picture break, Carmelo Hayes and Bron Breakker double team on Elton Prince left wrist. Bron Breakker ran the ropes before hitting a pop-up spinebuster on Elton Prince and hitting a stalling reverse suplex on Elton Prince. Elton Prince slams Bron Breakker onto the middle rope before Kit Wilson tagged in and hit a diving elbow drop for a near fall. Kit Wilson hit a series of knee strikes on Bron Breakker's ribs before locking in a wrist lock on Bron Breakker. After the break, Kit Wilson went for another hold before Kit Wilson went for a tag move on Bron Breakker, but Carmelo Hayes booted Elton Prince off the apron before he tagged in. Carmelo Hayes hit a diving crossbody on Elton Prince and Kit Wilson before slamming Kit Wilson onto the mat. Carmelo Hayes then hit a slingshot suplex on Elton Prince onto Kit Wilson for a near fall. Kit Wilson spiked Carmelo Hayes with a DDT before Elton Prince tagged in. Elton Prince and Kit Wilson stomped down on Carmelo Hayes before hitting a stereo shoulder tackles and hitting a splash/leg drop combo on Carmelo Hayes for a near fall. Elton Prince and Kit Wilson grounded Carmelo Hayes on the mat, but Carmelo Hayes got back up and hit a sunset bomb on Elton Prince. But Elton Prince kicked out at 2 and hit a back elbow on Carmelo Hayes for a near fall. Carmelo Hayes hit an insecurity kick and up kick before tagging in Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker hit German suplexes on Kit Wilson and Elton Prince before running the ropes viciously and hitting a pounce on Kit Wilson before hitting a toss German suplex on Kit Wilson. Braun Breaker then hit a diving bulldog on Kit Wilson, but Elton Prince broke the pin. Braun Breaker nearly speared Carmelo Hayes, but Carmelo Hayes pushes Braun Breaker to hit a cold breaker on Kit Wilson to set up Braun Breaker to hit a spear on Kit Wilson. Braun Breaker smiled at Carmelo Hayes to tag him and to allow Carmelo Hayes hit a diving leg drop on Kit Wilson for the pinfall win. After the match, Carmelo Hayes gave Braun Breaker his title before the two had a stare down in the ring to end the broadcast. The winner of the match, Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. This tag team match was was fun to watch, and NXT and WWE NXT goes off the air. All right, now I must say now NXT was a it was NXT was a um okay show, and I give it a C plus. But I'm just saying this only one time. That yeah, I'm just saying this only one time. That I cannot wait till NXT stand and deliver that Carmelo Hayes is going to take the NXT champion off of Braun Breaker, and then I got Carmelo Hayes winning. I'm calling it straight down the middle. Anyway, like I said, NXT tonight, WWE NXT was okay show, and I give it a C plus. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on WWE NXT. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some AEW Dynamite review and highlights. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings. Too sweet, and I'm out of here, gang. And I will see you guys Thursday live on Twitch for some WWE 2K23. That's coming. That's coming this Thursday when I go live on Twitch for some WWE 2K23 this Thursday. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive and just be yourself. Kept your crew, kept your kings. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang.